Hey guys, this is GamerCal, long time no see, I suppose. What is Sega's fascination with that phrase anyway? It's not that great. Yeah, I should maybe quickly mention why I haven't been doing video stuff like this for a while, but I think that's best left to a separate video in its own right, because I don't think too many people are even going to watch this one anyway, compared to some of the other stuff I could do, so yeah, there is that to it. Also, I'm using XSplit this time instead of Fraps for this because I don't like the way that Fraps is sort of frame skippy on this, and I tend to find that XSplit does better. I think YouTube still caps at 30 frames per second for video stuff, however, but I'm still recording this at 60 anyway, just because that's how my XSplit is set up. And the resolution is actually slightly higher as well, because I have it on the other screen. Because that's what I do with my Pokemon Soul Silver stuff, and it works perfectly fine. But yeah, I mean, there's a couple of reasons why I haven't done much with this that I could go into. It's not because of Eevee over here, because yeah, I'm still waiting on Eevee before actually training it up and whatnot, because I do need to give it stuff. I'm giving it the Sooth Bell, so that should sort of indicate where we're going with this. I have decided to go with Espeon for the Pokemon that it shall be. However, that will still be much later that Espeon even comes into play, because let's face it, I've got to get its happiness up first, and I'm still picking out my name for it. I'm 99% sure of what I'm going to use, with the name, but I have not yet named it, because I may change my mind, I don't know. Also, this is summertime now, so it is slightly different, I guess. It's not too different, to be honest, but it is there. So what I'm going to be doing this part, as I said at the end of last one eventually, is I'm going to be going through the Moor of Icarus, or however you want to say the thing. I'm pretty sure it would be that. Ugh, that's not a Pokemon I want to be fighting with this dude. Yeah, that's where I'm going to be going, and that's hopefully what's going to happen when we eventually make it there. I have nobody I really want to take this dude on with, but I guess this is the best bet. So I suppose I will meet you when we eventually get back there, considering the absurd encounter rates in this game. Alright, finally here, and it's not frozen now because it's 2 months later, seriously. We can obviously use strength to get through there. I apparently don't have strength taught to anyone. I could have sworn I had strength taught to someone in here, but obviously not, because I can't get through that. Who to teach to? Let's just go ahead and teach it to Spider Pig. I can always move delete it later, and I've got Return, which is more powerful and more useful, to be completely honest, but it's easily removable, so I don't see the problem with it. I need to get a flying type before I can do that, though. That is kind of a bit of an issue. But now I can use strength, and I can use that to get around. I don't know if you need to use strength to get into this particular part, but just in case you do, and that is going to be water, which will actually make it so that my stuff will come up, and stuff is obviously known as wild Pokemon. Do I have any? Well, I won't have any repels in there because they don't exist in that one. Let me just quickly use the mouse over here to scroll all the way up, and I have no repels at the top of this, but that is mostly, I think, because this game puts all of your new items up top, so yeah. Long ass winded thing to get a repel. You totally don't actually need to do that, I don't think. Oh, maybe you do, because this bit seems secluded, so yeah, I guess you do need to use it to get here. Get yourself an Ultra Ball. That's pretty good. And more items, we shall get all of the items. I shall use that later. I think I have a couple of medicines stacked up at this point. This person is kind of out in the middle of nowhere. I don't understand what your deal is, good lady, but you bought new boots to get them dirty. that is actually pretty cool, because you usually wouldn't hear of something like that from a female trainer stereotypically, so that I find kind of interesting. Anyway, she has a Frillish, which basically complete counters Spider Pig over here, because it's immune to fighting and resistant to fire, and I have like nothing to deal with it. It's a water ghost type. I think we must have come across it by now before, because it's just one of those Pokemon. So I'm obviously going to go into Mattress, because it's great. I think it's actually pretty light, so Mattress's Grass Knot's not going to do that much damage here. And it is weak on the special defense, so that does a bit more than I would like. However, it should be sufficient if I just go ahead and whack it away. Oh, maybe it's not that light, because I don't think I would have one-hit KO'd that if it was light. Although Mattress is fairly decent in special attack, she's not the greatest thing ever. So, I don't know, maybe it isn't as strong as I thought, but regardless. It's got two different gender forms, which is interesting. Not too many Pokemon have got different gender forms. I know the Nidorans were the first, but they were technically different Pokemon. And you do get some form, like, general variations, but not usually a complete color change. So that's kinda cool. I guess that's just the extent of this little bit down here. Not really much to it, I suppose. So let's progress and go up in this top corner bit. Decided to do the corners first for absolutely no significant reason. Is there any items around here? There should well be. Yeah, there is, because stuff. So we'll get that. It's completely useless to a Nuzlocke run, but it's there anyway. Was there any items down the bottom? I should have checked that. I'm kind of secretly pretty dumb, huh? Because I really should have checked to see if there's anything down there. Sadly this is not Gen, like, 5 Make 2, because if it was, I would have been able to... Yeah, there's totally an item down here. Why didn't I bother checking this? It was fairly obvious. Max Ether is pretty good too, fully restoring the power of a move. Even if it has more than 10 PP, which is pretty good. So, now that I'm done being dumb, hopefully, let's just go ahead and check for an item down here somewhere. In this bit? Yeah. Big Mushroom! Sell that for lots of money in one particular place, I guess. Trainer fight? I do need to do it. Oh, there's an item over that other side. I did not even see that. Yeah, that's a ranger. Heck yeah, we'll obviously get a berry from you after we fight, because that's just what rangers do. I love the way that they incorporate the Pokeball into the sprites of all of the trainers here. You know, in all of the games really, but yeah, they incorporate it very well, because it looks neat when you've got the Pokeball in however the trainers use it. Like, the rangers obviously have it at the end of their rope thing. Fishermen would have it at the end of a Pokeball. I totally didn't even care that Vanillish is the evolution of Vanillite, but whatever. Yeah, you've got neat stuff like that. Psychics obviously levitate the Pokeball, you know, school children just kind of hold on to it. Fracture! You are potentially a little bit scary, because you could have like Dragon Dance and stuff, but I don't know if we've seen Axew yet. I can't remember if you see it before now, but if you don't, then it's a Dragon type, and it does have Dragon Dance, so hopefully I'm naturally faster than it. I think I am. I should be, but yeah, it's a Dragon type with absurdly high attack power. I am faster. And strength being 80 base power, this might KO. It does. Good. Okay, yeah. Happy with that. They naturally learn Dragon Dance and Swords Dance and Outrage. They are really, really strong. And unfortunately, we're going to have to see them a lot later on as well. But that is for later on. We get ourselves a Citrus Berry. That is kind of good, because 25% HP recovery when you hit less than half is always good. Item is a Max Potion. That is also pretty good. I wouldn't buy Max Potions ever, because they're pointless. You know, you're getting full HP restoring, but for 2500 it's bad. When full restore does status as well, and it's 3000. That's the better thing to do. Max Elixir is all PP for all moves. It's one of the most powerful items of the game, actually, now that I properly think about it. Oh, I'm gonna put another repel on, because I don't want to be fighting stuff in this particular area, simply because it's kind of annoying to be fighting stuff here now that I don't have to. The item is a nugget. That's good, because we can sell that for like 10,000 to one particular person. Always good. Max Revive, not something we can use in this run, but it could be sellable, I suppose. That's always a plus for it. They do sell for quite a lot, Max Revives. I think it's somewhere in the region of about 2,450 or so. So it's good. And, well, that's all you can say about that, I suppose, but Chloris over here has Emolga, and Emolga will probably have a flying type move, which will probably suck to be hit by, so I should switch out. However, Emolga kind of electric flying sort of counters like everything I have, except possibly Dweevil, I suppose. And Dweevil's fairly fragile. If this thing's got acrobatics, that will be most annoying. But Dweevil, with its compound eyes, should thwart any sort of double team efforts, hopefully. I think we've had a run-in with that before where it hasn't. That's kind of annoying. It's got light screen. Wow. I did not even know that Emolga could learn light screen. How about that? I don't think I want to hit it with Electro Ball because it's fairly fast anyway, and I don't think Electro Ball is a contact move, but if it is, then it will trigger its static as a thing, which I don't want to do, and it does have acrobatics. Kinda wish I had Odonaut with me because that hurts a lot more than I thought it would. Holy crap. I have nothing that can accurately take this because I have 2 flying weak Pokemon and 2 lightning weak Pokemon. Heck yeah. Oh god. Emolga is actually a viable threat here. Who would have guessed? Because my physical wall is weak against flying, my... oh yeah, this is not good. Nuts. Aquafina is not a good choice because then it just gets lightninged in the face, but I guess it could provide a good pivot switch. Because I know it's going to use acrobatics, so if I switch into that and then go into Tangrowth, since its speed has been lowered, I might be able to go first to get a sleep powder off. Because Aquafina can take the hit like a boss, but now it's going to use an electric move, or it should use an electric move, that's the theory. So if I do get Mattress in here on the resisted attack, then I might have a chance to sleep powder it, and hopefully that'll be fine. And there we go, there's the shockwave. So predicting the stabs is basically what competitive is all about, right? That does pretty much no damage, so now I can go ahead and sleep powder. I do go first because of the electro web, and I do land with the sleep powder. So yeah, actually playing around the AI, how about that? That's not something you see every day. Emolga, interesting challenge, and now light screen is worn off too. That's a secondary feature of all of this switching around, because now my super effective ancient power should one-shot it. Because Tangrowth's special attack is fairly good, and even though it's a low base power move, it is hitting for weakness, so that's why it would KO. Everybody gets like no experience except for White Rock, but that's fine. Alamamola is absolutely beautiful to be coming in right now because I am grass type and I can just grass knot it to hell. It's pretty beefy as far as I remember, it looks pretty beefy. So yeah, the catch is it has like a lot of HP. Not very much special defense, but a lot of HP, so it sort of makes up for it, I guess. And now I'm a water type somehow. How that works I will never know, but I am a water type, and that's that. Maractus is the last one that is obviously a grass type, so I can switch in very handily to my Spider Pig over here. I don't want to stay in because I am now a water type, so I would take super effective hits off of its stab grass, which is more than likely Giga Drain, which would kill Tangrowth, so that would be the weirdest thing ever. And wow, I actually got the move right. I didn't even think of that. Oh well, whatever. It's a good thing, I suppose. Spider Pig is fairly fast, actually. I'm surprised at that. I know Maractus is not the fastest thing in the world, but I thought I'd be going second there. And of course, it's still ridiculously strong, even with a 50 base power move. When I get Fly, I need to go back and get Spider Pig a thing. If I can get Fly and a Heart Scale, then there is something I really want to... You are not learning Rest. No, sir. Although, well, do you have anything better to get? Well, it's only Swagger, right? No, because it doesn't have Sleep Talk. That's the thing. If I could get Sleep Talk for it, then I would, but Sleep Talk is not available in this game, so... Yeah, the combo it wants you to use is with Snore. I could show what Snore does. It's a 40 base power move that you can only use when you're sleeping, 30% flinch rate, I believe, but come on, it's pathetic. Don't ever even bother using it. It's situational, it's got no base power to it. Even if it had about 120 base power, you probably wouldn't want to use it. And it's just no good. Don't even consider it. So yeah, that is my take on that move. Stay still, listen carefully, blah 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 blah. Yes, you can do that if you choose. Going down here, there is not a whole lot because we already went down there. But there is a fisherman over there, and he'll probably want to fight. I do believe I've gone everywhere up there, so I think this is it now, the last dude to fight. So let's go straight into it. Even though I am using wrong type of Pokemon to start with here, I can go into White Rock and it'll be fine. Because Basculin probably isn't going to hurt White Rock too badly, I don't think. It will rough up Dudaface over here though, Spider Pig, because that's not a favourable typing. It's got Aqua Tail by now, so maybe I should just go straight into Mattress actually, because it's probably just going to be using Aqua Tail this turn. And with adaptability that would maybe still hurt, since White Rock doesn't have good physical defense as much. Well, it has average physical defense with its good HP, but that's nothing compared to Mattress. Mattress just takes bugger all from everything that way. Unfortunately, I don't think Basculin is particularly heavy, so... Oh, and it gets a crit too, which is not good. I may have to heal up here, and I think I probably will. I should have really healed up before starting this fight, so I guess it's just one of those things I've been forgetting to do. Stonefisk! This thing is creepy as all hell. Just look at that face! That is just creepy. It's not very fast. It's ground and electric, which is a very, very weird combination. It does have static, and that's a bit of an annoyance, but with it being a combination of ground and electric, I resist both of its attacks, and I hit it for super effective with Grass Knot. And I think it's sort of middling in weight. It's got high HP and low speed and pretty average everything else. It's the defensive based Pokemon, so yeah, it does not take too much from that. I think it has static, so I should maybe be careful of that. But I don't really have anything else to switch into it, so... Because again, electric is kind of a heavy weakness of the team at the moment, and combine that with ground, yeah, it's not good. Camouflage, what's that going to turn you into? Grass type. Okay, so I should be able to just finish you off with Ancient Power then. I could finish it off with Grass Knot too, it's still... You know, it's resisted now instead of super effective. And of course I get the buff when the last Pokemon has been killed. Yeah, of course. This is what Ancient Power does 10% of the time. It raises all of your stats by one stage, which is absolutely amazing, but with only 5 PP and on the 60 base power move, it's not very strong, so don't expect me to keep it the whole game. I might do, depends if I get rid of Growth instead of it, because there is one move which I want to teach it, which hopefully I'll go back for soon. And if I get fly as an option, I will go back. But yeah, I think that's it for this place though, because this is just the entrance again. We've gone all the way around it. And whilst I don't unfortunately have a timer with XSplit, that's one problem with it, but I think this hasn't been going on overly long at the moment, so there is time for me to do more stuff. However, the Dragon Spiral Tower, things is not like open at the moment. I can't do anything there yet, so I can get a Pokemon, I guess. Also, more Max Elixirs, that's crazy. Yeah, I could go and get a Pokemon from the grass in Dragon Spiral Tower. I haven't done that yet. I checked through my list of stuff just to make sure, and I haven't gotten a Pokemon there yet. So I could do that, which would be pretty cool. Otherwise, though, I don't know. But this hasn't even been going on for 15 minutes yet, so it's really short. The only other thing I think I could do is to take on the gym. I might be able to take on the gym. Can I take on the gym? The gym's up here, right? Yeah. I could do stuff in there. I suppose I'd do that, yeah, but first off, let's go ahead and switch Mattress in first, and we shall try and grab ourselves a Pokemon out here, I guess. Not much else to really do, so let's do that. And it's actually the first Pokemon that shows up, so Dynamo! It's another electric type, it's another not flying Pokemon, which is kind of annoying, but it's interesting. It's a electric Pokemon that has Levitate. Yeah, it has immunity to like everything that isn't, ground. It has no weaknesses is what I'm really trying to say. And that is pretty damn good. It's also very light, so I'm sort of expecting a Grass Knot wouldn't kill it, but I want to try and put it to sleep first. Even though I just dodged that. Its moveset consists of, if I get this right, it's obviously got Spark here, which is good paralysis, right? It's got that, it's got Thunder Wave, it's got Charge, and it's got Tackle. I do believe there have been 4 Dynamos printed in the game so far, TCG-wise, and all 4 of them have had one of those attacks. Except maybe Charge. I don't know if Charge has been used on one. But they've all got, 3 of them at least have got an attack for that. I know one's got Spark, one's got Tackle, one's got Thunder Wave. I don't even remember what the last one has got because it never comes up anywhere. It might not be Charge actually, but yeah, I think it can. Maybe it could live a Grass Knot. I don't know if I want to trust it. I might just chuck an Ultra Ball at it. Yeah, because it's not dark enough for a Dusk Ball to be used, and I don't have any other effective balls on it, so I might as well just chuck an Ultra at it. I don't think it's too hard to catch, so I should be okay, but we'll see. Yes, okay, that's cool. Ultra Balls do have double the catching rate of regular Pokeballs, so that worked out quite well. So I get ourselves a Dynamo, yeah. It's got lightning, charge symbol thing on it too. I don't know if I'm going to use this simply because I have Garvantula. But it's a very neat Pokemon nonetheless. It has a bit of trouble with speed though. And, well, it really depends on its nature. It's got good mixed attacking potential with about 105 special attack and 115 physical, I'd like to say. It's around about that. But it only has 50 base speed, which is an issue. And its defenses are not amazing. It's roughly base 80 and everything that way. Which is okay, but not spectacular. So despite having no weaknesses, it's not the best Pokemon in the world. However, it can be kind of devastating. It gets Acid Spray as one of its level up moves, which is quite good. And it can learn Flamethrower for some reason, but we won't get to see that for a while, sadly. What am I going to call this? What did I call it the first time? I don't remember, and I don't have my white game to go back and look, so that's kind of annoying. Yeah, I used this thing the first time because I thought it just looked awesome, so I was like, I have to use this. I think this is one I will accept, you know, sort of naming, not requests as such, but you know, if somebody's got a good name for this, then I will definitely, you know, look into it. But for now, I honestly have no idea. I'm not very creative at the moment, apparently. Huh. You know, given that it's an eel, it's going to evolve into a lamprey eel type thing, I'm basically just going to be really stupid with this one right now because I can't think of anything better, and I'm just going to call it lipo, because, you know, liposuction, etc., it's like, it's dumb beyond all belief, but hey, that's what I've decided, so there we go. Speaking on stuff, building, blah 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 blah, Dragon Spiral Tower, stuff, legendary Pokemon, stuff. The tower, as I guess I could show it before doing anything else, the tower itself, you can go up to it, but you can't actually go anywhere inside, or basically anywhere else. You can see it's closed off, and there's no way of escaping that little bit. And I'm not going to be able to get a Pokemon in this bit just yet, because the water, if you remember, does not work with the action replay code, and any sort of script I've tried to find only has sort of, not region specific, but area specific Pokemon stuff. Like the water there would only give water types coming out, and I don't really want that. So yeah. Obviously going to switch in Spider Pig here, because Spider Pig, yeah, you can see from the outside, it's an ice type gym, so fire is obviously going to be good here. And you shall give me fresh water, as you always do. So this gym is very neat actually, because it's a different take on the traditional ice gym thing. You've got your ice puzzle stuff effectively, like the slide on ice mechanic, like that, which is cool. And obviously you can't get around there like that. The only way you can go is here, and it introduces you to the gear mechanic down there that makes you slide around and do all sorts of cool stuff. It's very nice, I like this a lot. I don't even know why I do, I just do. It's brilliant. So yeah, that's how this gym works. You use those sliders to do stuff. Yeah, gym machines, blah, whatever. So finding trainers are in here for some reason. I guess it's because of the whole training against the cold thing. And, well, Grant's over here is going to use Cupchew. Sadly enough, R1 died, so nuts to you using this, I suppose. But it's fine, because I'm just going to murder this one too. They have a tendency to use Endure, so they might not go down in one hit, but with enough power points and all of your main attack stuff, you should be fine. Ice types have got a lot of weaknesses. You can hit them with rock, you can hit them with fighting, you can hit them with fire. There's just a lot of stuff. You can hit them with steel if you've got Ferroseed, or now would be Ferrothorn from the previous area, you know, being Chargestone Cave. It's not really previous one specifically, but you know. If you've got it, you can use that, but do note that if you decide to use Ferrothorn here, or yeah, Ferroseed, Ferrothorn, depends how much you've leveled it up, but if you do decide to use it, do note that it's neutral against grass, not, neutral against ice, because of its grass typing. God, Cal, get it right. Yeah, it's neutral against that, and so you might find yourself struggling a little bit. Also, most of these Pokemon are not very fast, and your main weapon against your main steel type attack is Gyro Ball, so yeah. Cryogonal here is an interesting Pokemon. It's a special wall, and that's pretty much all it ever does. However, it is very much lacking in physical defense. It only has 30 base physical defense, so even my weak flame charge against its decent HP is more than enough to take it out, because I have absurd attack with this AP and Naughty Nature. It's kind of incredible actually how strong this dude is. And you know what, I've kind of realised that I don't exactly want White Rock to be holding EXP share here when I need to have a couple of levels for the thing. So I'm gonna give her the Eviolite instead. That makes more sense to me. So yeah, because the experience share is gonna take away all the stuff from my Ember, which is not good. I kind of want to be using that. Anyway, you hit a switch and you can make it rotate. That's what it does. So you can use this to actually get to new areas. It's very easy. This isn't a difficult gym, it's just a cool looking one. So yeah, there's no sort of surprises like the last one. That doesn't make it bad, because I still love the concept of this, but you've got to sort of look at it and go, it's not that sort of tricky to do. The Pokemon are getting somewhat high leveled though, so be careful a little bit, I guess, if you don't have Ember here. I fully expect Ember's pretty much going to sweep this place, although Reflect is going to try and say otherwise. I don't think it's going to survive this. I'd be surprised. Oh, it did! Oh wow, okay, I am slightly surprised. Yeah, I did not think it was going to survive that. They have some fairly strong ice moves in here though. If you are weak against ice, like Mattress unfortunately is, you're probably going to have a sort of hard time doing this place if you don't have, good things against it. And if you're using just special attacks, you might struggle too, because they do have good defense against that. Cryogonal is very good special defense wise. And that cool little jump there is just awesome, I don't know. I don't know, I really like this gym. I can't say why, I just do. So, yeah. What else is there to say? I've always liked ice puzzles and stuff. And why have you just got a Cubchoo? That's not very good, man. You're the third trainer in this place. You're supposed to have more decent Pokemon than that by now. But no, I just have a Cubchoo over here and I'm expecting to win. Well, screw you ain't winning this one. They're not using Endure though, these Cubchoo. That surprises me a little bit. Usually they're really annoying with Endure, actually. So that, yeah, it's unusual. And yeah, you lost. But there's nothing surprising about that. You use a freaking Cubchoo. What do you expect? You can go all the way around the edge here. It doesn't do you any good, so don't bother going all the way around the edge. Just thought I'd show that off. Where you're obviously supposed to go is here, and then that lets you... Yeah, it's even marked where you need to go, if just in case you had any sort of doubt as to how you were supposed to do this. It's really, really easy. There's no reason to ever struggle with this place. But that's okay too. I mean, it's fine to have an easy gym here and there. I just think as the 7th gym, this is kind of a bit too much on the easy side. I think this gimmick, this way that they added to the ice puzzles, could have been so good. They could have done really, really neat puzzles with this, but they didn't. They just kind of was like, yeah, this big open ice field that you don't really have any sort of options as to where you're going on it. We're just gonna put this little twisty mechanic. Holy crap, I keep getting 4 attack now, it's ridiculous. Assurance, it's a 50 base power dark move, so that's a defense against psychic types, I guess. A dark move that doubles in power if the opponent has taken damage within the turn that you use it. It's a multi-battle style move, really. There's not too many circumstances where you're going to use it in the main sort of game. I guess if you lay Stealth Rock down first and you force them to switch, then maybe, but I don't see the AI switching often enough to make it work, and even then it still only has 100 base power, which you can hit with other moves much more readily. So I honestly don't think it's any good. I've never thought Assurance is that good, unless you're doing multi-battles where you can sort of stack damage. Like if you used Rock Slide on a fast Pokemon and then Assurance, it would be pretty nice, because Assurance would then let you get, stuff out of it, pretty much, which is always good. You'd get the 100 base power and you would hit the opponents quite nicely, and that's that. Is that the end of this gym? I think that's the end of this gym. Oh, no it's not. There's another puzzle thing first. Okay, so I sort of didn't estimate this very well. That's fine. We're used to fairly long parts out of this now anyway, and it's still not been going on much longer than 20 minutes. Because whilst I don't have... I should really say this now. Whilst I don't have a time counter for it, I do have how many frames have been encoded. So what I can, like, roughly gauge, because I know this is at 60 FPS, occasionally 61, but, you know, I know this is at 60 frames per second, so what I can do is I can quickly see roughly how many seconds it's been going on for, and where this thing is now at just over 131,000 frames total recording time. So that, to me, I now know that I've been recording for, you know, X amount of time, roughly, you know. It works out roughly 22 minutes by now. So that's kind of neat. I know basic math. That's pretty much it. So, but essentially I can still roughly gauge how long I've been recording this thing for, and I won't really be using XSplit for general LP stuff. I just honestly find it's better for recording the DS emulator thing. Because I don't know how... Oh wow, I only gained 2 attack that time. But I gained 3 special attacks, so that makes it, you know, up, right? You slipped and lost! Oh man, that's because you're wearing freaking sandal flip-flop... No, not even flip-flop type shoes, but you're wearing these, like, weird yellow shoes that aren't even going to be good for, you know, stuff here. Oh well. This is quite a nice little bit here because you use the ice puzzle thing twice. You use the same flip thing, same rotatey, geary thing twice in one run, which is neat. You are the king of karate. Well, does that mean you actually have a different type of Pokemon for us? Because that would be fairly cool, actually. But no. How do you teach a vanillish karate? It doesn't have any arms or legs, for God's sake. Like, seriously. What the hell, dude? I guess you could teach it how to headbutt. That would maybe be something. You could teach how to bite. Yeah, but then... I was just about to say, well, you could teach how to stab people with its comb, but then that would lend itself more to fencing than anything. So, yeah, you're kind of weird, sir. You could teach a Cubchoo how to do that sort of thing, though. And wow, none of them used Endure, just because I said they have a tendency to do so. That's kind of annoyingly awesome, actually. It's awesome because it saves time, but it's annoying because I now look like an idiot for saying that they use that all the time, when they quite obviously don't, from what we've seen here. Yes. So, I do believe that is all the trainers of the gym. If you hit the switch thing here, that rotates it around, and you get to the end here by once again using the same thing twice. So, I mean, it's creative in that sense, but it's just not that great, I guess. I don't know, it feels like they could have done a lot more with it, although the last one was pretty good there. Do I do the gym just now or not? I'm going to leave it until next time, I think. So, this has been GamerCow playing Pokemon Black Random Nuzlocke. I will return to this soon enough, I guess. It's just, yeah, stuff going on and all of that. This is how you exit the place, by the way. It's a really cool sort of dynamic camera changing thing. You then slip down and go right back to the start. So yeah, I will do this when I can and, you know, when I feel like it, I suppose. And next time we shall take on, you know, the challenges of Gym 7 and all of the good stuff that comes after that. So see you for that then.